Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclarke.com.
Welcome to Peter and Ruffy's Football Show, sponsored by Arnold Clarke. It's Thursday. I'm Peter Martin. Thank you to everyone for joining us on the programme and, of course, for following us Monday to Friday across all our social media networks. It's Thursday, as I mentioned, and that means Alan Ruff is joined by Tam Cowan. I wonder who he supports. Will we even get to talk about Motherwell on the programme? I think we might have international matters on mind. All the talk about who is going to lead the line for Scotland. I'm more worried about who's going to hold the line at the back end. Let's find out what's facing us tonight. It's Russia against Scotland, and our reporter Gabriel Antoniazzi looks ahead.
Scotland faced Russia in the Luzhniki Stadium this evening, knowing that hopes of qualifying from the group are gone. However, manager Steve Clarke has insisted he is going there to win and to try and build momentum heading into next March's playoffs. Clarke has told his players he wants 12 points from an available 12, as there are no free hits.
No free hits. I'd like to pick up 12 points out of the remaining 4 games. Obviously a really tough one tomorrow night here in Russia, but there's no free hits. We owe it to the 1,000 or so Tartan Army fans that are coming over to watch us as well. We have to put in a good performance and hopefully go away with 3 points.
When the two sides met last month at Hampden Park, Scotland started brightly and took the lead, but Russia showed their class and ran out deserved 2-1 winners. The thorns in Scotland's side that night, captain Artem Dzyuba and playmaker Alexander Golovin, are likely to star again this evening for Stanislas Cherchesov's men. Russia have won their last 5 matches on the spin, conceding only to John McGinn, and have not lost in their home country since Uruguay beat them in the final group game at last summer's World Cup. For Scotland, 1 win in 4 has not been a great start for Clarke by any means, but he'll hope the more he sees and trains with his players, the more they will get up to speed with his ideas. In terms of team selection, Mikey Devlin is likely to partner Charlie Mulgrew in the heart of defence, while Scott McTominay's suspension could mean a starting role for Celtic's Ryan Christie. Ollie Burke will lead the line ahead of Lawrence Shankland, and he scored the winner in Clarke's only victory as Scotland boss. Everyone wearing blue tonight will be hoping Burke can bring the goal-scoring touch again.
Tam Cowan. Ollie.
Yep.
He's the man to lead the line. Is Burke the answer to our problems?
I'm not sure about that at all, but I really hope Stevie Clarke experiments tonight. There is not even if we did go there tonight and win, so what? Too little, too late. There's not really anything to be gained by that. So let's try things. You know, we've got Mikey Devlin. Looks as if he's going to be playing apparently. I would chuck Declan Gallagher in there, and that's not with the claret and amber tinted specs. The guy deserves it, quite frankly. We know what the other guys can do. We know the defenders that Stevie Clarke has been going with. It does not matter just now. Let him have a look at other guys before we have to play the crucial games, which aren't until next March, you know, and give Lawrence Shankland a go. It's generally perceived now that he'll get a run out against San Marino, which I think, even for the SFA's point of view, is probably a good idea. Kind of keep him back to then and try to get a few casual observers who'll maybe go along to the game, because I dread to think what the attendance is going to be at that. But so I could see the point in that. Maybe the SFA will be even a wee word with Stevie Clarke. Don't let him into the team too soon. But the result does not matter tonight. So let Stevie Clarke have a good look at as many teams, as many players as possible.
Yeah, just got to ask you, Tam. As a boy growing up, I was a big Scotland fan. Followed them as often as I could. You know, I can remember me and a good few mates going to Euro '96, the World Cup in '98, getting tickets for all the games. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Are you of that? Were you of that same?
Well, Peter, I'll be brutally honest. I started doing Off the Ball on the radio in 1995. 1 year later, we went. Effectively, all expenses paid to Euro '96. Broadcast shows every night for the capital of the UK, if you like. I thought, this sounds great. 2 years later, we were out in France for 3 weeks. I think, I've won a watch here with the BBC. I'll get to do this every 2 years. and that was it. Not a sniff ever since then. So I'm absolutely choking for Scotland to qualify for something. And you know what, as well, it's only when Scotland's there. We went out the tournament that was in Switzerland, Austria. That 2008, I believe. 2008. We went out to that. Myself and Cosgrove went out. I think they'd budgeted for it, maybe at the BBC. They had the money there, saying, just want to go out and do some programmes. It was rank. It was rotten. See, trying to enthuse about a tournament like that when Scotland's not there, garbage. Count me out.
Ruffy, I did mention that in your day we took it for granted. Now we're just looking and hoping that somewhere we have players that emerge that can get us there again. Have a look at this is potentially the lineup for the match tonight. I mean, you're looking for game changers. Have we got any?
Midfield again is looking strong. Yeah, we all know the problems on the centre of the defence and up front. We're looking for somebody to score these goals. You know, we're all downbeat just now. You know, I think Russia are a good side. I don't think they're a really good side. I thought in the first half at Hampden, I thought we did particularly well. The quality in their side came through at the end. So I'm just looking for a good performance with certain individuals so that we can move on game to game, start ticking a few boxes, fill the jigsaw for the big game next year.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Scotland man of the match, the most outstanding guy who has the best game he's ever had in a Scotland jersey, is David Marshall, and even he admits that he's going to be tested.
Yeah, Russia, they're a top side. Obviously, on their ground, they'll feel as if they should be dominating the game. So defensively, we'll expect to be busy. We hope that's not the case. We can put on a better performance than we did last month. But we're confident we can go and prove people wrong that we are a good side. We can go and win the game. We'll go set out to do that. If the game develops and we're under a bit of pressure, so be it, but we feel as if we're confident enough we can go and get something for the game.
And for the benefit of our older viewers, I think we need a performance from David Marshall up there with Jan Tomaszewski.
And for the older viewers as well, you know, the sad thing is when you think back how things change. You think back, the guy that's on my T-shirt, the late great Davy Cooper, wasn't he a guaranteed starter for the Scotland team? A guy like him at that time couldn't necessarily get into the Scotland team.
Yeah. An
embarrassment to riches way back when. But I must be honest, Peter, see the team that you'd flashed up there. Again, and I know football's no played on paper, but man for man there, it did look pretty decent.
Yeah.
And we have got a decent manager in there, but I do still think, no harm to Charlie Mulgrew, actually. Like Charlie Mulgrew, I think he's a decent player. I've never met the guy in my puff, in case you think I've got any vested interest.
Yeah.
But I would still have stood him down for Declan Gallagher tonight to let Stevie Clarke see what Declan could do in an international jersey.
Yeah.
And you know what, I would also sneak in, the claret and amber specs are kind of slowly creeping onto my face now, but Richard Tate, you know, I don't think Stephen O'Donnell had a great game last time out, you know. Maybe not this campaign, but I think Richard Tate is going to be a Scotland international.
Yeah, I think everyone, Ruffy, is looking and grasping at straws, trying to think. I mean, I look at that side, and I automatically, for the last 5-10 years, I just looked and I've thought, we haven't got two top drawer centre halves, and I do know Charlie Mulgrew, and he's 34 and he wants to be involved, but he is doing us a turn under very difficult circumstances. And you know, if you were the goalkeeper now, Ruffy, how would you feel sitting in front of that back four or behind that back four? I beg your pardon.
Yeah, well, obviously the inexperience is there for everybody to see, you know. And but I think the only reason you get it is by playing games, just like Tam says. Yeah. Give them games. Give whoever you think is going to be the nucleus of that side the 4 or 5 games we've got before the big one. Play them in the 4 or 5 games. Try and get your best 11, whatever you think it is, and play them. Don't keep switching, taking people out and in. Try and make your mind up. Right, these are the guys who are going to be there for the playoffs. And the more games they play together, they'll know each other better.
Yeah, and for the benefit of any eternal optimists out there who actually think Scotland can win in Russia, here's the state of affairs in the group and how we are looking at the moment, Tam Cowan.
We're in the playoff position. Dear me, second bottom. I didn't realise until I looked at it, it was as bad. I thought we were 4th. But yeah, aye, see, that proves the result tonight does not matter one iota. So let's hope that Stevie Clarke does indeed experiment. get some boys off the bench, has a wee look at them, what they're like when wearing the international colours, and that's it. I understand what he's saying. He says there's no such thing as a free hit, he says, because we've got fans who have spent a lot of money, and he wants to make sure the tap now have got a smile on their face. I could assure Stevie that if any of the boys try Russian vodka, the Navy strength stuff, they will have a smile on their face. They don't need to worry about it. Direct them to the Moscow Witherspoons and these boys will be more than happy. But the result tonight, I'm sorry, it just does not matter.
Yeah, okay, I think 3-0 Russia.
I'm going 0-0. I'm going to get into something, aren't we? Hey, had 0-0 Scotland Russia in the rugby. Hard lines.
You were
unlucky.
You were close. You were 61 out.
First try went in, I was winning.
Ruffy?
Yeah, I'd 1 or 2 nothing. I think Steve's did a wee well to work with him. I think we'll be defensive, make us hard to lose goals, and that would be a bonus. That'd be a start.
Yeah, okay. If you're on a complete downer after listening to us, just
wait a minute. Is that to Scotland?
No.
I was just about to say, I've painted the picture of doom and gloom, and Ruffy's joining in with it as well. If you want something to lift your spirits, here's the quiz. And if you win the competition this week, we'll give you a PLZ team T-shirt in the colours of your favourite team. And as you can see, Tam, you're sporting a cracking T-shirt there with Cooper the Legend on it.
It's great. It's a cracker, courtesy of Brave Gifts. Thank you very much to the chaps there. I do have a plethora of these now. And we've got a Cristiano Ronaldo T-shirt to give away as well after this very broadcast. And you're going to put that up on social media, yeah. We were asking the viewers last week what the initials PLZ stand for. It's
the clean ones.
No. The tricky bit was Z, of course, right? But they had a right good stab at it. Do you want, incidentally, just what do the letters stand for? I had a lot of folk asking me this week. Yeah. I think it's an interesting story.
It is actually. It's me, my wife, and my daughter.
There you go. That's your initials.
Yes. Yeah. So
simple. How is wee Zebra?
Fantastic. She won't take that jumper off. Listen, from international football, domestic issues as well that I want to get your thoughts on, guys, because obviously, Paul Heckingbottom, he looks as if he's going to be facing a ban, Ruffy. I don't think he can get out of that one.
No, I'd like to be in the room when he tries to talk himself out of it. He did kick the bottle. I don't think he kicked the bottle deliberately at the linesman, but unfortunately it hit the linesman, and he'll have to answer for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tam, we were talking about all sorts of stars that we're hoping are going to emerge. Scott Allen was on the programme last night singing the praises of Ryan Porteous as a potential international centre-back. I just wish someone could get the ear of Karamoko Dembele and say, look, stay at Celtic for a while, learn your trade, and come and join Scotland as well.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
And Lyndon Dykes as well, who's been doing absolutely superbly well with Livingston. I thought he looked dynamite. I mean, the Celtic defence last week get slaughtered, maybe rightly, but fair play to the boy Dykes. I thought he looked sensational. He's got the decision to make now between Australia and Scotland. I hope somebody's got his ear as well. But we Dembele, absolutely. You just think, I don't want to end up before this guy's 34.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what happened there? He's young. It seems he's this wonder kid, one of the ultimate wonder kids. It'd be great to see him. Yeah,
he's voted in the top 6 youngsters that is attracting the most interest. This is compiled by L'Equipe. But one of the things I was going to point out, Tam, and it brings me to one of your players as well, but, if you're looking for anyone to give him advice, it's all you have to say, Ruffy, is Islam Farouz. I mean, he was one of those players that everybody was tipping, and then he just went off the rails and and disappeared.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that some people make decisions for these young kids, whether it's an agent or a parent or whatever, and sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right. You could throw Billy Gilmer into the situation, you know, where we would all said, oh, you're mad going down there, you'll never do this. But there are exceptions who rise above the law, and this young boy looks as if he's one of them. But I'm sure Celtic will be looking after him very closely.
Well, the other one that springs to mind, Tam, is, and he's not at this moment going off the rails, he's certainly on the rails, is Jake Hastie. Seems to be doing wonders down south.
Hastie doing great at Rotherham, good luck for him. I've had a couple of arguments with a couple of Motherwell fans about this who didn't see the bigger picture, the fact that when he moved to Rangers then straight out on loan, and they're thinking, oh, what's that all about? He could have been with us and all the rest of it. Jake Hastie, football is his job, and he went to at least trebled his money going to Rangers. Any fan with the chance of trebling their dosh, whatever their chosen profession is, they would do it. And, you know, Jake Hastie, apparently the Rotherham fans have absolutely taken to him. And, you know, I don't know what the deal is, but if, you know, we used to say Rangers won't bring him back at the turn of the year. Yeah. What an impact player to bring off the bench. I mean, you talk about impact, when we'd put him out on loan to Alloa, when he came back in January, I'll be honest with you, die-hard Motherwell fans didn't even know the name of this boy. Yeah. And he just suddenly appeared. I think his first game back, he got put in against St Mirren down in Paisley, scored a wonder goal, and in quick succession scored about another 3 after that in other games. He was dynamite, so keep an eye on him. And again, you know, good luck to Davy Turnbull. I see he was out on social media. He's been out with his girlfriend out on a wee holiday and that now. Great just to see a smile on the boy's face. He'll be back kicking the ball hopefully in January. We do have the young players there, but then the minute you say that, how did we fare against Belarus, the under-19s? We certainly didn't beat them. No. So, you know, then you think, you know, but I don't know. But we've got loads of young players, and looking at that line-up that you put up, potential line-up for tonight against Russia, man for man, I think they've got a pretty decent team.
Yeah, absolutely. And who would have known that David Turnbull was on holiday had Tam not been following Colleen and Rebecca, just keeping him right up to date with that one, because I certainly didn't have a clue. Incidentally, I just wonder, Ruffy, about Tam's loyalty, because we do know that Barry is tremendously loyal to the programme, but I just wonder, Ruffy, if Russian television came in for Tam and offered to treble his wages, would he be waving goodbye to the troops here? Tam, there's a moment of honesty coming. Russian television comes in and says, Tam, we want you there on the screen.
The language difficulty, of course, is they always say that everything in Russia ends in off, which is why it would end up back here.
Brilliantly ducked out of. Anyway, a couple of things. With international break, it's always time to look closer at other issues that caught my eye. One of them in the papers this morning, I think is rather worrying. People actually don't quite know about it, is the fact that the European clubs are talking away in the background, Ruffy, about 3 tiers of European competition. But whereas it looks as if, there's a chance of Scottish clubs getting into the Champions League, it's going to become more and more difficult. We're going to have to keep our eye on this one. Yeah,
and I think the powers that be are trying to keep their eye on it, because they're in some of the committees and listening to what's happening and which way they want it to go. We'll just have to wait and see. I think we would all like it to be, I'm just trying to get my head, we would all like it to be the winners of the leagues that they play in. Yeah. But see, when I think about it, that'd be boring. There'd only be 5 good teams in it, and the rest would be for the countries, teams that we don't want to see.
Peter, where do they stop with these tiers? Or let's say they had a 3rd tier, the thing you do, and you end up having a 5th tier, where just MDs getting in, and all the kind of teams that are not very good, they're just scrabbling about in this competition to give it a name. I mean, already, you look what they've done with what we always, a lot of still affectionately call the B&Q Cup, the Challenge Cup, right? Yeah. New sponsor by Tunnocks, great Scottish brand and all the rest of it. But I noticed that in the fixtures this weekend coming, you've got Wrexham versus St Mirren under-21s.
Yeah, it's a
just
nonsense.
A farcical fixture on paper. Mind Wrexham were a big club at one point, you know. Yeah. That games like that are terrible. Although the best thing about that tournament is that I loved, and I salute the Partick Thistle fan that came up with it. A Partick Thistle fan had dubbed the Tunnocks Cup. He's calling it the UEFA Cup.
I'm happy with that line.
It's fantastic.
I mean, just to finish on that point, it's a great way to look at it. You want people to be involved in tournaments that mean something.
Absolutely.
I get your point. The one thing I would say is, you're right, Ruffy. A lot of the teams you would think, oh, it's going to be boring if there's, the champions suddenly of Romania that you don't know. And no disrespect to Romania. But the one thing I would say is, get those champions of those clubs into the tournament instead of giving the big five 4 places. Yeah. The 4th team, which is an Arsenal, no, you're not getting in. It's the champions of the other countries.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, but as we've been saying on the show, it's not going to happen because money determines, who's in it or not. I mean, England are nearly up in arms already because somebody's hinted you might only be getting 3.
Yeah.
They're going crazy about that already.
Yeah.
Peter Lawwell and any of the guys for Ajax or whoever it may be, I think they're just wasting their breath. Unless they could go up to UEFA, champ in the door and say, listen, all we want is that it's the champions of each respective country that play in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And they're going to get that door slammed in their face, of course. So I don't think there's any point going any other way with this. The whole thing's a bit of a farce. All about money, that's all that counts.
Yep, absolutely, you're right, Tam. Okay, you can give us your opinion across all our social media outlets. We'll be more than happy to react to you on Twitter, of course, Facebook Live, and not forgetting YouTube. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get all the updates and, of course, access to all our unique video content, as well as downloading the app where you'll get the latest stories breaking right across the globe. Thanks very much to Ruffy and, of course, to Tam Kowanowski as he leaves us for Russian television in the next couple of days. He'll be back with us next Thursday. From myself, Peter Martin, thanks again.
Expect the best used car deals guaranteed. Visit arnoldclarke.com.